What up, Raffalitos? Welcome back to my channel. I'm here on the seawall. This is Atlanticville. We're walking on the edge of the wall. And I'm giving you a little tour of what's happening here on the East Coast in terms of developments. As usual, I'm on my morning walk, and I don't normally do it on this part of the wall. I normally do it over there because it's safer to be away from traffic. But it's been raining recently, so the grass is wet and I end up with wet shoes. So I'm on this concrete section to avoid the wetness. It's not really helping. My shoes are still wet. But yeah, I'm heading east because I wanted to do an update on the Ogle Bypass Road, the East Coast Bypass Road, which starts at Ogle. And yesterday we took a look at the construction of the connecting road between Eccles Petershall Interchange and Bagotstown on the East Bank. And I explained in that video why it's not necessarily going to be successful at reducing congestion, traffic congestion. The reason, of course, is that to reduce traffic congestion, you need to plan the road network to be most efficient, and you also need transportation alternatives. You need trains, buses, you need high-speed rail for long distance connecting cities. You need light rail for short distances connecting villages. And you need freight to take all of the heavy commercial traffic off the road. So the sand trucks, the trucks fetching sugar, building materials, all of those trucks should not be on the road because they destroy the road and they cause accidents. In fact, it should not be on certain streets. Certain streets in the city and in the country should be free from these trucks, because they are in fact now part of the problem. So let's see if we can walk on this dam instead of the side of that wall, because it doesn't feel stable and my shoes are still getting wet anyway. Alright, so talked about how to reduce traffic congestion, and that would actually involve planning and alternative transportation, trains, buses, ferries, and so on, bridges and tunnels, in addition to widening roads and building bypass roads. It would mean removing a lot of those roundabouts and replacing them with overpasses. And the reason why overpasses are more efficient for large volume traffic is because the overpass does not merge traffic coming from all directions. The problem with a roundabout is that it creates a bottleneck, because traffic moving straight ahead has to merge with traffic coming from the cross streets at the intersection. They're all on the same plane, and it just slows things down, because to put a large volume of traffic onto these narrow roads that are the traffic circles or roundabouts, simply creates a bottleneck. Now this is obvious. It seems to me that this is logical. Anybody who looks at the traffic patterns would see that the result of merging several lanes of traffic onto one circular road is to create a bottleneck, create congestion. And the way to avoid that kind of congestion is simply to use an overpass, an underpass, or a tunnel, so that traffic that is going straight on does not have to slow down or stop, as is the case when you have a roundabout. It seems as if what is common sense to me is not obvious to a lot of people, which is really, really revealing. All right, I often say that this is a channel for intelligent people, but the longer I operate this channel, the more I have to redefine what I think is intelligence, because everybody seems to have difficulty understanding what I consider to be very simple logic. Here we are back at, this is Oleander Gardens. All right, remember we did some
distance 5 miles. Duration 1
hour
21 minutes 37 seconds. Pace 24 minutes 47
yes, we did a walk around Oleander Gardens in the past.
Mile.
We're back at that in this neck of the woods here at Oleander Gardens. A lot of the developments there in housing are ahead of the country's average. In other words, people are building multi-unit condominiums and mid-rise condominiums in Oleander Gardens before they've been built anywhere else. This in fact was the first one. This building, Hampton condominium there, it was one of the first buildings that I looked at when I was looking for a place to rent when I returned to Guyana in 2013. That building was one of the first places I actually visited and took a tour of. Met the builder, a guy who had returned to Guyana from Canada, I believe, and built that as a private housing complex. So Oleander Gardens is leading the way with multi-unit condominiums, and I have actually one of those on my, that is a company that builds condominiums. The reason why you want to build multi-unit condominiums in Guyana is so that you can raise the standard of housing. I always look at the homes on TikTok. You know, people who are going live from their homes on TikTok, and you can see the quality of home construction which most Guyanese live, right? The exposed zinc sheets from the inside of the building and so on. And most people are not going to be able to build a high quality residence, especially young people, in their lifetime, not at the going price of construction and land and so on. So the most efficient way to quickly and rapidly improve the quality of housing stock in Guyana is to build them through a company that pools the money from lots of individual people. So basically a company that specializes in gathering the most talented contractors to design and build modern 21st century houses, and then leasing, renting, or selling those houses to Guyanese who need homes is the most efficient way, the quickest way to improve the quality of the housing stock in Guyana, to move it from what it is. So I have nothing against the people who want to buy their own land and build their own homes, so they have you know, a backyard and a place to grow some vegetables, that's fine. What I'm interested in is providing those other people who simply want a safe place to live. I want to provide them with high quality housing so that they can live safely in Guyana. And that's why I have a company called Smart Homes. Morning. I have a company called Smart Homes that's building condominiums like this. Okay. Behind me there's some shrimp salesmen on the road early. Let's cross over to the other side. We're heading towards the east. We're now at Ogle, crossing over the highway. So that's the idea behind building Smart Homes, so that eventually and very rapidly we can change the quality of houses, quality of homes that Guyanese have access to. You can still go build your own home, buy your own land, but at least you have a chance to, if you want to live in a high quality condominium with all of the facilities, with the air conditioned rooms, with the amenities like exercise gym equipment and recreation rooms and a supermarket and a swimming pool and a clinic on site. So that's the whole point about building condominiums, that you can put together all of these facilities into the living arrangement, living environment, and people have the option. Right? It gives people another option for living. But this is what's happening on the East Coast. It's about 6:30 on Wednesday morning in Georgetown, and I'm heading towards the Ogle. Ogle entrance of the bypass road. Share this with your friends and family around the world. Let people know what's happening here in Georgia and Guyana. Later!